question H is, we have 40 days, and they want to ask how many weeks and how many days do we have. So all together in 40 days, we know that in 1 week it is made up of 7 days. 2 weeks are made up of 7 plus 7 days. That gives us 14, right? So 1 week, 7 days. 2 weeks, 14. 3 weeks would give us 21 days. 4 weeks gives us 28. And 5 weeks give us 35 days, right? So if you see, so we have 5 weeks, gives us 35 days. So 1 week gives us 7 days, 2 weeks gives us 14 days, 3 weeks 21, 4 weeks 28, 5 weeks 35. Now grades 3, if you paid attention, you would see that there's a times table that's happening. 1 times 7 gives us 7. 2 times 7 gives us 14. So that means in 2 weeks, there are how many days? 14. 3 times 7 gives us what? 3 times 7 gives us 21. So in 3 weeks, there are how many days? 21. All we are doing is we are using our times tables to convert our weeks, our days, to our weeks, our weeks to our days. So anytime you have to find out how many days are there in a specific week, just say that times table. So you would multiply the number of weeks to 7, because in 1 week there are how many days? 7 days. So if I had asked you in 1 week, how many days are there? All you would do is you would multiply 1 times 7, gives you 7. Then if I ask you how many days are in 2 weeks, all you would do is 2 times 7. That would give us 14. How many days are in 3 weeks? We would do 3 times 7. That would give us 21. How many days are in 4 weeks? 4 times 7 gives us 28. How many days are in 5 weeks? 5 times 7 gives us 35. Then if I say how many days are in 6 weeks, you would go to 6 times 7, right? So we would keep on going. Now, here we have 40 days, right? So let's ask ourselves, they're asking us, well, how many weeks and how many days do you have? We know that 7 times 5 gives us 35. So that means in 40 days, how many weeks are there? There are definitely 5 weeks, because 5 weeks gives us 35 days. And we have 40 days, right? So that means 5 times 7 gives us 35. So we have, in 40 days, we have 5 weeks. So 35 days, first of all. Let's take out 35 days. And what are we left with? 40 take away 35 gives us what? 5, right? Now, I just told you that 35, that means there are 5 weeks in 35 days, right? So that means 35 days equals 5 weeks, right? And then we are left with 5 days. So altogether we have 5 weeks and 5 days in 40 days, okay? So anytime you have to take your weeks to your days, all you have to do is say the times table and multiply it to 7. So you would multiply your number of weeks to 7, okay? And on that note, let's go to our next question. Our next question is, it says, the flying time from Chicago to Minneapolis is 1 hour and 35 minutes. I'm looking at question 2. Okay. And from Chicago to Miami is 3 hours and 15 minutes. How much longer does it take to fly to Miami than Minneapolis? Okay. So they're asking you to find the difference. That means we will be subtracting. Okay. So, and then the next question is your last one. What do you need to do? A bookshop opens, and grades 3 for these questions, you do need to use your mini clocks that went home. I can't find mine. It was right here. Okay, but the mini clocks that went home in your packages, please use those with these questions. Okay, so let's read the next question. A bookshop is open from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. How long is the bookshop open? Now for this question, you need your clocks. Okay, so you're gonna hold your hour to 9, right? Your hour hand should be at 9, and your minute hand would be at 6. Okay, can you please do that? Put your hour hand at 9, put your minute hand, the long hand, at 6. That gives us 9:30. Okay, your next job would be to move your hour hand all the way to 5. Okay, so move your hour hand to 5 and move your minute hand to 12. Now, as you move, count your hours. So if we move from 9:30 to 10:30, it would give us 1 hour. 10:30 to 12:30 would give us 2 hours, right? If you keep on moving your clock, when you move your hours, you're counting them by 1, 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, that way. When you're counting your minutes, that is when you're using your 5 times table. Okay, so for minutes, you're using your 5 times table, because when our minute hand was at 6, it said 5 times 6 gives us 30. So that's how we knew it's at 9:30. Okay, so because this will be our last practice on time, I'm gonna have you try this one on your own. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message and check your answers on the answer key. Okay, and I will see you next time.